So I was the only believer in my family for a long time. But yeah, it's definitely just like the hand of God that reached out to me from a young age because, and I always remember hearing about people's testimonies and like having these like moments where they're about face to God, and I was like, oh, I never had that. I wonder if that's like ever going to happen to me. But then I think I realized being gifted, like the knowledge of Him from a very young age, was a miracle, and like no one in my household talked about God. It was just kind of given to me, and so and just learning that like that faith
Yeah.
is is a gifting of its own. Like everybody's gifted faith, but I have like I have this unshakable faith that I just know, and I've realized that as I've gotten older, and whether it was like in college or so on, and friends be like, I just don't feel Him. I don't feel God, or I just don't. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? It doesn't matter if you feel or not. Like
Right.
He is.
I don't
Like
feel his hand on my shoulder
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Or it's like, like just like you just like know, right? And I'm like, oh, I could see how this is like a gift because I've and that's not to say I haven't had challenges
Right.
in my life that I just He's always been, and it would just be going to God was like my automatic go to and constant, right? They say like everything in life, there's nothing consistent in life except for change, or change is the only consistent thing in life except for God. So,
That's good.
or the only constant thing in life is change.
It's change.
And then I would say, except for God. Immovable, right?
That's
Yeah.
good. Put that on the shirt. How did your parents take to you, like exploring, right? Going to these different services and youth camps and things like that. How did they take to that?
Yeah, I think in the beginning they were like open. They're like, okay, you want to go to a church camp? Sure. You want to go to Sunday school with your friends? Sure. And I remember one year I was like in fifth grade and my family was going on a trip to Hawaii. And I'm like, I can't go to Hawaii. They're like, why not? I'm like, because it's the week of church camp. They're like, oh, no, we're going to Hawaii. I'm like, you're going to Hawaii. I'm going to go to church camp. And so I stayed back and went to church camp in Wisconsin while my family went to Hawaii. And
Oh man, church camp would have to wait. I kept the next one. I'm
like,
Hawaii. I'm go.
yeah, but when you're a kid, camp is like cool. And
Yeah.
but also but then as I started getting more involved, it's not just going on Sundays for church, but also to youth group. Then my mom would be like, "Oh, you're getting too involved. Like too much church is not good." Like, and she would have friends that were very dogmatic about their faith. Like they would go to like early morning 5-6 a.m. prayer, and she's like, oh, these friends just go to church and pray all day, and Jesus, all they do is like cry and pray. And I'm like, well, maybe they're just like really touched, like. And so she's like, too much is not good, just only once a week. And so there would be some, maybe the word persecution is too much, but like this idea that like, yeah, like of trying to like snuff out
Yeah.
my like desire a little. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Girl, this a phase. It'll pass. It's just a phase.